Hey everybody, I hope y'all had a good week. We made it to Friday, and if you're watching this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, then hey to y'all too. You made it through whatever day you made it through. I just wanted to say to take time for yourself and do what you need to do for yourself. It is, what day is it? It's April 13th, and in the last couple of days, three prominent, well-known black men have passed away. O.J. Simpson, Big Though, he's a DJ out of Houston, Texas, I believe, and Mr. C, and he's the one that is the famous DJ in New York that helped to discover the Notorious B.I.G. And I'm not saying that these three gentlemen didn't take care of themselves. I don't really know all of their lives for the most part. I mean, we only know what we see them doing in the industry and, you know, their careers or whatever. But they didn't pass away from like a freak accident or a sudden accident. O.J. Simpson died of prostate cancer. Big Though, it seems like he had a few health issues. I know he was dealing with some kidney things. And Mr. C, I'm not sure how he passed away. But I just want to say, please take care of yourself. A lot of us work so hard that we feel like life will just not go on if we take a day off. And I'm not talking about people that just don't want to work, that, you know, just want to sloth around, because I mean, you do have to work to survive, right? And nowadays people are like, you know, some people, not everybody, but some people just like, oh, you know, I shouldn't have to work to get what I want, or I shouldn't have to work so hard. And that's true, you shouldn't have to work so hard that it makes you sick. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get where you need to go in life. Sometimes it takes a lot of discipline and consistency, right? I mean, I think we can all agree to that part. But some people take it way too far and just feel like they have to work. And I really think that that is a psychological thing. You never take a vacation. You have like 800 hours of vacation. You have not taken a legit vacation in 7 years. You might take a day off or two, but what good is that? If you just suddenly stroke out, or, you know, you have a breakdown or your body breaks down, then you have to use your sick time. You have to use it. We are not made to work like mules. We're not made to work like machines. We are not machines. We are human beings. And we are meant to take breaks. I can't believe, like, I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong if you live overseas, but some people, like in the European countries and other countries, they take like month breaks, like month holidays, they call it. And I'm like, dang, like it's a struggle just taking 1 week's worth of break. Like, you have to struggle with your manager to take 1 week break, and you worked all year, you know. And people are tired. People are tired, and they don't know they're tired until their body just breaks down, and then they're like, oh, I must be tired. Or you feel like, you know, I'm just done with life. Some people contemplate ending their lives because they're so tired that they just feel like they can't go on. They work up until the point where they completely break down. And it's because they're not taking care of themselves. They're taking care of everybody else but them. And that used to be me. And I'm still kind of working on that, because I do consider myself a hard worker. Like, I used to feel guilty if I called out, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be so mad at me. Oh my gosh, like, you know, I just need just one day. And I come back the next day like, girl, why didn't you take a second day if you're not feeling 100%? Like, we all right. And the older I get, the more I realize that these companies, I mean, most of them, not all of them, but most of them just need a body. And if you suddenly like down a job, and I have seen people pass away at work. They get sick at work. They're always at work. They get sick. They go upstairs to the ER and they never come out. They die at work. It's crazy. Or they find them laid out. Somebody just find them laid out from a cerebral hemorrhage or something like that. And these people I'm talking about, they're always at work. They're always there. Take a break. Take a vacation, for goodness sakes. Even if it's like a 3 to 4 day vacation, a 3 day weekend vacation. Go take a train somewhere. Go fly somewhere. Just go to a cabin. Go to a hotel and just order room service and just chill. Your body will thank you so much for that. Like, and I'm speaking specifically for black people, because I'm black and I just know black people stuff. Like, we suffer from high blood pressure. We suffer from all these ailments, you know, different types of cancers and all the breast cancer. It's so many things that I feel can be sometimes preventable. I mean, of course, some things are hereditary. Some things happen with your circumstances. Like if you are a smoker and you get lung cancer, I mean, that's kind of goes without saying. But some things come with stress. Some things come with stress. And if you're stressed out, but you just keep sweeping all that stress underneath the carpet, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come up, and it's not gonna be pretty. Okay? The work will be there. And if your manager, if your boss, if you're not a boss yourself, is threatening you or saying that you gotta be at work, or it's mandatory weekend and you don't work 87 weekends, then it's time to reconsider your job. It's time to reconsider your career. It's time to reconsider something. Men should not be, black men specifically, should not be dying at this rate. It's like crazy at this point. There's a musician, and I am so sorry that I cannot, I'm gonna see if I can look him up. But there's a musician that passed away recently. He was in Robert Glasper's group. Hold on just a sec. Casey Benjamin. And I feel so bad because I really honestly didn't even know who he was. And I've heard him on a couple of very popular Robert Glasper songs. I didn't know it was him. I thought it was Robert Glasper. But Casey Benjamin, only 45, passed away. And he seemed like he was a very well-liked musician. A lot of musicians that I follow were putting up tributes to him. And he passed away last week. It's getting heavy out here, and you're wondering why people are dropping like flies. It's hard out here already. You got inflation, you got talks of war, you got this election year, you have a whole bunch of crazy violence going on. You got a whole bunch of weird stuff going on out in these streets. People can hardly pay for food. People out here wasting food. People doing all types of crazy stuff to get recognition and to get clout. and you feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses, you feel like you have to make 6 figures, you feel like you have to be in shape, and you go to the gym and you work out 17 hours a day, you trying to eat right, you trying to do this, but and try to work 70 hours a week, you're not a locomotive. What are you doing? The people that demand that stuff from you, if you feel like you have to do all of that, just forget societal norms, forget all of that stuff. You have to do what works for you, because everybody is not the same. You cannot work as hard as somebody else may work. Your body makeup is not their body makeup. You can't do it all. And if somebody out there is demanding you, your family member, your and I feel like I'm specifically talking to men right now, because they're the head of the household, supposed to be heads of household. They're the ones that go out into the world and work. And I know, ladies, don't get at me talking about like we work too. I mean, I'm at work right now on my lunch break talking to y'all, and because I want to. It's not an obligation. This is because I seriously care. But I'm specifically talking to men. Like, if your wife or your mama or somebody is out there pushing you to go so hard with no break, you gotta put your foot down and say, look, I got to chill for a second. Please be quiet and let me go chill. And a lot of men, I feel like, don't have that space to talk to people outwardly. And I feel like, the spaces are opening up a little bit more for men to have that space where they can come and talk or whatever. I'm not a man. I don't know men stuff. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. But if you feel like you don't have anybody to really talk to about your mental instabilities, or how you feeling, or how how to just move through life, there are people out there. You're not by yourself. It's other people out there that are going through the same thing that you're going through. Google is your best friend. Social media is also your best friend. Like, not to put your feelings out on social media for thousands to see, but I'm saying, like, there are groups here and there on Facebook or whatever that are out to help people form a community. You don't have to do it by yourself. I have girlfriends that I may talk to about certain things. I can't talk to some of my girls about certain things. I can't talk to my married girls about single life in 2024 because they're married in 2024. I might have been able to talk to them about it in 2012, but right now I talk to my girls that are going through the same things, so we can work our way through it together. I can't talk about being childless to my girls that have children. I mean, they could probably give me pointers when they didn't have children, but it's just different. The dynamics are different. I have friends for different conversations. And some of the things that I can't talk to nobody about, I take it to God. And He gives me resources to look at online, to read, to listen to a motivational video or inspirational something to help me navigate through. Because it is some things that I cannot talk to people about, or I choose not to talk about because it's just between me and God. And if that's you, then by all means, like, that's what the internet is for. It's not for all the nefarious stuff that people be putting out here, and it's a lot. Don't get caught up in that stuff. That is a distraction, and I'll talk about that on another video, because it's been some things that have been going on and that I have been seeing that has just been really ridiculous. But you have to cut that stuff out. You have to ignore it. You have to delete it. Press the see less of button and keep it moving, and pray to God that He keep your mind on the straight and narrow. Okay? But I just wanted to say I love y'all so much. Like, we need strong men out here still, despite what all of the noise out here is talking about, despite what women are talking about, despite what these alpha red pill guys, the toxic ones, are talking about. We need strong men. We need men that want to live right, want to do right, want to get married, want to have a strong family, want to have a generational wealth. We need that still. Okay, despite what the world is saying, we need that. And we need you healthy, just like you need us healthy to have these children and to be the helpmeets that y'all need. We need y'all healthy. Okay, if you need to talk to somebody, I wish I could say call the number below, for a hotline. I don't know, but Google is your best friend. If you got people, well trusted people out there that you can talk to, by all means, please do it. We have men dropping like flies out here. It's not good. It's not good. And these men are young. These men are in their 40s and 50s. That should not be. That should not be. We need to see men living in their 80s and their 90s, spreading wisdom to the young ones that are coming up. So I don't really have much else to say, but take care of yourself. Take the day off. Take the 2 days off. Go see your doctor. If your booty is, that don't sound right, but a lot of men suffer from stage 4, late stage colon cancer because they did not get checked. Prostate cancer, they did not get checked because they just don't want to go to the doctors to get their booty checked. And listen, this is not a sexual thing. This is not a sexual thing. This is for your life and death. Close your eyes, breathe in deep, and let them handle the business that they need to handle so they can make sure that you're healthy. There are men that had no idea, and with prostate cancer, a lot of times it's undetectable. You don't know that anything is wrong until it's too late. I talked to a guy, I met a guy at a function, and at the time I was a EGD colonoscopy scope specialist, and I was like, and he was like about 40-ish, 39, 40, I think. And I said, oh, around this time, like, men should start getting checked for their prostate. And he was asking me, about the procedure and all of that. And I was telling him, he was like, oh, nah, I'm good. And I was like, you good? This ain't me asking you to try something new to eat. This is to check to see if you have prostate cancer, especially if it's running in your family. You want to make sure that you're good. Oh, no, I'm good. And I was like, okay, that's your choice. But come on now. If you are in that age range, get yourself checked out. A lot of men don't really go to the doctor. You can't, I can't make you do what you don't want to do. Nobody can. Nobody can make me do what I don't want to do. That's just humanistic, right? But if you really care, if you really want to, take care of yourself, it's not all about just going to the gym. It's not all about just eating steamed chicken and broccoli and brown rice. It's about really mentally first, making sure that you're good inside, and going to the doctors, making sure you're good inside. Get your heart checked, get your blood work done. It's not all about them cloning you. It's not all about all that stuff. And I can say that I feel like I'm a conspiracy theorist sometimes in myself, but some things really are out there to make sure you have a long life. I'm not a doctor. I want to make that clear, but I have been in the medical field for 20 years, so I know a thing or two, okay, about anatomy. And just get some help. Get your medical help, get your professional psychological help, your mental help, get all of that. And that really is for everybody. That's not just for men at this point. I'm telling, if you're a woman listening, teenager, whatever, like, go get yourself the help that you need to make sure that you live a thriving life. Okay? It is getting deep out here. I think I've said that in a couple videos. It's getting scary, weird. People living real goofy. I don't even know if some people are real people. That sound crazy, but I'm just being real. Told you I'm a little conspiracy theorist. But seriously, things are getting kind of crazy. People are emotionally very fragile. You don't know who is, you can be chill one day and going off within the next few hours. People look like they fine, and then the next day they not so fine, and you like, dang, what happened? I thought they were good. I be like that sometimes. Some people be like, girl, do you ever go through anything? And I think that's so offensive, because I'm like, I'm a human. Of course I go through stuff. I'm a human. Of course I have bad days. It's like, if I'm ever in like a mood, people are like, oh my gosh, like, what's wrong with Tier? And I'm like, I don't feel good today. I don't, you know, the person that you see is who I am, but also I can have a bad day. I can have a bad moment. I can have a sad day. I can have a sad moment, but that's not me generally, right? And we all can have those days, but if it's something that is out of the ordinary, if you don't feel right inside, if something is wrong and you know you haven't been feeling yourself for a few weeks, if you know that you've been having a heart flutter, that you know it's not normal, but you ignore it, that's not cool. You want to live. It's so much to live for still in this life. Even in this crazy world, you should still want to be booking your trip down to Florida, or preparing to go to Barcelona, or trying to get that London trip, or trying to get that Houston bike week trip together. I don't even know if it's a Houston bike week. Somebody let me know in the comments if it's a Houston bike week. But you should still be planning to live your life. No matter what is in front of you, no matter what bills is there, bills are gonna be there. I have worked my butt off so long and for years, and I would not take care of myself. And now I take my monthly massages. That is self-care to me, because I work and I stand pretty much 95% of my day, and I need that for my health. You know, come on now, go to the dentist, do what you need to do. That tooth has been bleeding for 8 months. Not your tooth, but your gums have been bleeding for 8 months, and people keep pointing it out and you keep ignoring it. You got some gingivitis down in there. You need to get that checked, because that's just not a tooth problem. That can get infected and go into your bloodstream, and then you'll be having all types of other problems. Okay, whatever is sticking out to you right now, you need to take care of yourself. You got that black toe, that black toenail, that's just not because it's black. It's some fungus under there. It's some infection going on. Your feet stink. It's not just because you had a long day. You got some other issues going on. You can't just keep putting athlete powder in there and some cream on it. Okay? You got some icky stuff going on down there and some secretions coming out. You need to go to the doctor. You cannot ignore that. Stop playing with your life. People are dying at accelerated rates. Black men, I'm talking to you. Stop smoking. Stop smoking these cigarettes. Daddy, I'm talking to you. If you ever see this, I tried that as a kid. I was a kid. They talked about smoking at school. This was like first or second grade. And it scared me so bad because they said, you know, smoking leads to lung cancer, leads to emphysema, and then you die. Or it could lead to death. And it scared me so bad. I was crying in school, and I was writing like a letter to my dad, like, Dad, please stop smoking. And I don't think I've ever gave it to him. It was kind of like a little school assignment. And that day I went home and I saw my dad's cigarettes on the table, and I hit him because I didn't want him to smoke. And I'm thinking that hiding his cigarettes, he would never smoke again. And I was like 7 years old, and so he was looking all around for his cigarettes. He could not understand where they were. He was like, "You see my cigarettes?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Don't touch my cigarettes, don't ever touch my stuff," you know. And he didn't understand at that time. And I talked to him about this story, and we laugh about it now, but I'm still not kind of really laughing because he still smoke. I was like, you know, I was trying to protect you because they said that smoking can kill you. And he has tried to quit. He has tried to quit. But if you out there and you know, you stressed and you using cigarettes to kind of get through, man, do what you gotta do to quit. It's an awful habit. It's awful, and it's not good for you. It's not good for your lungs. I don't know why I'm going off on that, but if you out there and you watching me and you smoke, chill on that, or try to at least try to stop. At least try, okay? If you try and it's hard, at least you said you tried. Try. That's all I can say. You know, if you drink excessively, get some help. Your kidneys, they can't filter that out. Please help yourself, because we need you, okay? Your kids need you, your mama, your sister. You need yourself. There's trips to go on. There's things to do. There's a whole world to see. Your life is not over because you're still here. You looking at me. Take the day off, and you got a couple dollars in the bank. Take some of that cigarette money, take some of that Henny money, take some of that whatever money, and, you know, put towards going away for a weekend to get your mind right. And I'm sorry if this is offensive to some people, like, who does she know? She's not a man. She's don't know whatever. But I have seen the struggle of the men, the black men in my life. I'm seeing these men die. These well-known men that seemingly have the life are just dying out of the blue. Like, what's up with that? They posting one day and then the next day, RIP. What in the world is going on? Something is happening in the atmosphere. You think somebody is good one day and then the next day they contemplating suicide. What's happening? We have to get it together. We as a collective have to get it together. You're not by yourself. There is help out here. There is things out here more than ever now. More than ever now, more than the 70s, 80s, or 90s. We have technology. We have, with a click of a button, you can get some help. You can get some information to get help. At the end of the day, it's on you. If you really, really want to choose to get yourself together. Stop hanging around certain people that just want to be sloths that don't want to do better, that just want to chill and don't have any ambition, you need to leave those type of folks alone, because some people you just cannot help. Get around some good-minded folks. Get around some positive people. Okay? That's all I got. That's all I got. So I love you. And until next time, I'll talk to you. Ladies, I'm going to be talking to us. Me included. Okay? But this just stood out to me because of the 3 men that just died within 2 days. And the musician that died last week. Like, all of these black men, it's just sticking out, and I had to say something about it. So I love you, I really, really do. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.